Welcome. Welcome back to Teacher Log class, and we'll be continuing Survey of Mathematics Chapter 2, and this is Part 6. And just a reminder, if you need this file for your study, you can just get it from my description box, click on the link and download it, and you can use it as you are following me. Okay, this file is exactly the same file that I put there. Okay, let's look at the questions. And starting from this video and the next video, all the questions are the exam types questions that will probably the one that you see in your exam. Okay, so let's tackle these questions now. A number of deer will survey about activities that they enjoy. Why deer want to survey the activities? I'm not sure. Okay, and the results are summarized as below. Okay, so there's R, set R, there's set N, and set S. And according to here, R stand for running, N stand for nibbling, and S stand for staring into headlights. So the deer enjoys running, deer enjoy nibbling, and deer enjoy staring into headlights. Okay, and now from the result here, and they are asking, how many enjoy running or staring into headlights? And there are different questions. Okay, so let us try to tackle this question. How many enjoy running or staring into headlights? Okay, this means R, staring into headlight is S. And since they use the word or, it means union. So R union S. Staring, I mean running. Running is this part, right? Running is this part. Running. You say or staring into headlights. So it will be here. S. And now R union S. Running or staring into headlights. So now we can basically just add up, okay? Add up the value that we need. 3, 8, 13, 21. So you will just doing 3 plus 8 plus 21 plus 13 plus 18 plus 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we need to add it up. Okay, so 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 21 is 32. And 32 plus 18 is equal to 50. 50 plus 25 is equal to 75. And 75 plus 13 is equal to 88. So the answer here, okay, let me just remove it, erase it. The answer here will be 88. Of course, in exam, it's better for you to write everything. So you write down here 3 plus 8 plus 13 plus 21 plus 18 plus 25 is equal to 88. Okay. And now, second questions. Enjoys nibbling and, okay, A and D, running. So nibbling, it will be N. Running, it will be R. Okay. And the questions here actually tells that N. So N means intersect. So it will be N and R. N and R. Okay. Nibbling and running. So N and R, it will be here. So which is 8 plus 21. So it will be 8 plus 21. That is equal to 29. Okay. You might ask, why don't we get the whole thing? Because now we are focusing on N. Okay. Just now is O. Now is N. Okay, let's look at the questions here. The next question. Enjoy exactly one of these activities. It means that the deers that enjoys only nibbling, running, nibbling, or staring into headlights only. That means they doesn't like both or or three together. Okay, so here says one of these exactly one of these activities, which means that 3, 7, 25. Okay, you might ask, how about 13? 13 like both of these event, right? 8 right like both of these event, 18 like both of these event, and 21 like 3 of these events, and this only say exactly one, so it's only one. So these 3 like only running, these 7 only like enjoy nibbling, and this 25 only enjoy staring into headlights. That's why it will be 3 plus 7 plus 25, which is equal to 35. Okay, and let's look at the next D. D says that enjoy staring into headlights but not running. So let's try to figure out. Enjoy staring at the headlight. So enjoy staring at the headlight will be S. S will be the whole thing here, right? S will be the whole thing here. However, it says that not running means that this area is being removed. So enjoying staring in the headlights but not running. So it will be here. Okay. Enjoy staring in the headlights this region but not running. So it doesn't touch running. So it is 25 plus 18. 25 plus 18. 25 plus 18 is equal to 43. Okay. Remember, staring into headlights but not running. Okay, and the last one. Enjoy nibbling. So enjoy nibbling basically is just this one. And so we will be adding up all those items. So it will be 8 plus 7 plus 21 plus 18. Okay, so you can try to figure out 8 plus 7, 15. 15. 15 plus 21, it will be 36. And 36 plus 18, it will be 4, 1, 3, 4, 5. 5. So the answer here will be 54. Okay, is it okay? So let's practice the next questions. A survey of 75 college students was taken to determine whether they got the news about what's going on in the world. So let's highlight the keyword survey of 75 college students, which means that the universal set they have is 75. And next, of those surveyed, 26 students got the news from newspaper, 43 from television, and 7 from both newspaper and television. Okay, then it comes to the questions. So without looking at the questions, let's try to make a Venn diagram and try to put everything inside. Okay, so basically we have a universal set. And remember, these questions talking is about number of elements or numbers of students. So it doesn't talk about the elements in the set. Okay. So U is equal to 75. And we have two sets. One is about newspaper and one is about television. So let's assume that newspaper is N. Let's assume that television is T. So we have two, one is N and another one is T. But does these two set intersect? Yes, because it's a both newspaper and television. So it will be here and here. television. So again, when we want to put those statistics or those numbers inside the Venn diagram, this is what we call Venn diagram, we need to always start from the intersection. Okay, so we will start from the last one. 7 from both newspapers and television. Newspaper and television. 7. So we put here 7. And the next one, 43 from televisions. So remember, this is television. 43 includes the 7 too. So we need to use 43 minus 7 to get what is the number here. So 3, this one will be 13, and this one will be 6, and it will be 3. So this one here will be 36. And 43 from television is the whole thing. Okay? If they want to say only this region, that's mean not including the 7, they will say 36 from television only. Okay, remember the keyword only. If they say only, means that it doesn't involve the intersection part. Okay, so let's continue. Another one say 29 students got the news from newspaper. So it means that this here area is 29, including the 7. So here will be 29 minus 7, which is 22. And again, if the questions want to say only this region is not the whole thing, it will say 22 students got the news from newspaper only. Okay, with the word only. Okay, that's a very important word. Okay, and now 75, we have 22 here, 7 here, 36 here. So is there any leftover that is not getting any news? Let's try to calculate. Okay, 22 plus 7, which is 29, and 29 plus 36. So what's the number? 1, 5 here, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 65 here in total. So which means that 75 minus 65, that's 10. That's 10 students that doesn't get any news, whether it's from newspaper or from television, no. Okay? So let's try to look back to the questions here. How many got the news from newspaper only? Remember the keyword here, only. So you need to remember, newspaper only means this is newspaper, right? This circle, this set. Only means only. It doesn't take with the television. So the answer here is 22. Here, only. And the next one. How many got the news from only television? Television is here. And here says only. This means here. The answer here is 36. And now again. How many got the news from newspaper or television? Newspaper or television, which means that it talks about the area here, the whole thing here. Because all, right, so you can understand as N union T, which means the whole thing. 22 plus 7, 29, and 29 plus 36, which is 65. And here's us again. How many did not get the news either from newspaper or television? So which means this basically it just means that N union T prime doesn't from here. And we know that which is the extra 10 here. And the answer here is 10. And that's all for the question. It's kind of easy, right? Okay. Now the important thing is that you need to know how to tackle, how to create a Venn diagram, and how to get answer from the Venn diagram based on the questions. Let's continue. A survey of 120 college students was taken at registration. Remember, 120 college students is the universal set. U is equal to 120. Of those surveyed, 75 students register for a math course, 65 students register as an for English course, and 40 have registered for both math and English. So again, we just create a Venn diagram first before looking at those questions. It's okay. Venn diagram is here. Okay. U is equal to 120, and we know that it intersects. Okay. And this is A. Oh no, this is math. This is English. Okay. I use M as math, E as English. Okay. And of course, when we want to transfer the information to the Venn diagram, we will always start from the intersect. Okay. So first, 40 for both math and English. Okay. 40 for both math and English. So we know that this total here is 40. And here says 65 for an English course. So we know that the whole thing here, English course, is 65. And since there's 40 here, and the leftover will be here, 25. And 75 register for a math course, which means that 75 for the whole thing. And since 40s are here, and with the leftover 35s are here. And now we need to find how many outside that doesn't register any courses for math and English. So we need to add up for this first. So 35 plus 40 plus 25 is 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 100, which means that there's 20. There's 20 students that doesn't register. Oops, there's 20 students that doesn't register for the math or English course. Okay, so now after you know this one, let's try the questions here. How many register only, remember there's a keyword only for a math course. If only for a math course, which means that this is a region here, which is 35. How many register only for an English course? Of course, this is the whole thing is English course, and only, which means that the region here, which is 25. How many register for a math course or an English course? That means either one is okay, or even both is okay. So if you notice, it is M union E. Okay, so which means that the whole thing here, 35 plus 40 plus 25, which is 100 according to here. That's what we calculated just now. And the last question, how many did not register either for a math course or an English course? So this is yes also the same, math union E prime, which is the region outside of this circle, which is 20. And that's all. So it's kind of easy, right? Okay. However, these are only 2 sets. We might go further for something that have 3 sets later. So let's continue. Okay. And these questions will be kind of interesting. So let's try. Okay. A survey of 80 college students. Okay, listen to here. 80 college students. Okay, so means that what? U here now is equal to 80. And now it says that was taken to determine the musical style they listen to. 42 students listen to rock. 34 listen to classical. And 27 listen to jazz. 12 students listen to rock and jazz. 14 listen to rock and classical. And 10 listen to classical and jazz. And 7 students listen to all 3 musical styles. Okay, and now when we look at these questions, it is exactly the same pattern questions like the previous one. However, these questions have 3 sets. First is talking about rock, second is talking about classical, and third is talking about jazz. Okay, so let's try to draw the Venn diagram. And now we need a bigger Venn diagram. Okay, and let's try the next one. U is equal to 80. Okay, the first one, second one, and the third one. And you might ask me, Teacher Lu, is it every time there's three, every time is it, when we talk about every time when there's three sets, is it every time it will looks like this, the diagram? The answer I would say is maybe, because why I know is this graph, because I can see here, rock and jazz, that's when there's intersection, rock and classical, there's another intersection, and classical and jazz, that's when there's intersection always, according to the situation here. Okay, so let's try here. We have three three sets. One is rock R, classical as C, and jazz as J. So I put here R, C, and this one will be J. And of course now we need to transfer all the information from here to here. And as I say, we always will start with intersection. And now there's so many intersections here. 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. So which one should I start first? We start from the middle first, okay? So start with here first. 7 students listen to all 3 musical styles. So we know that in the middle is 7. And now here, it says that 10 listen to classical and jazz. Okay, classical and jazz. So which is means that the area is here. Okay, can you see the region here? Okay, so 10. So means that this region is 10. So we have 7 listen to all 3 musical style, which means that the leftover is 3. Okay, 10 listen to classical and jazz, which means that this region is 10. Okay, if they want to represent only this region, they will say classical and jazz only. Okay, this means that it doesn't involve rock. Okay, however, it doesn't say only, means that it actually somehow involves rock too. Let's continue. Classical and rock 14. 14 to rock and classical. So rock and classical. So here I have 14. So which we know that this is 7. 7 plus 7 is equal to 40. And let's look at the next one. 12 students listen to rock and jazz. Rock is here, jazz is here. How many here? 12. Rock and jazz. So which means that here the region is 12. 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. Kind of easy, right? Okay. Okay. So rock. Okay. 27 to jazz. Okay, so next. 27 to jazz. So you need to understand that 27 to jazz means that in this whole region, there is 27. Okay, so we need to use 27 to minus 5, 7, and 3. So 27 minus 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 5, 15. So 15 here. So we know is 12. 7 minus 5, 2, 2 minus 1, 1. So here is 12. And the next one, 34 to classical. 34 to classical. So the whole thing here, classical is 34. So 34, you need to minus 7 plus 7 plus 3, which is 17. So 2, 14, 7, 1. The answer here is 17. And the next one, 42 students listen to rock. So means that the whole thing here is 42. So 42 into minus 7 plus 5, which is 19. 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 5. So this one will be 3, this one will be 12, 12 minus 9 will be 3, and 3 minus 1 will be 2. So the answer here will be 23. Okay, and now we got all the informations here, 23, 17, those are the statistics we need. However, it says total have 80 students. So how we know that whether there's people that doesn't listen to these three music styles? So we need to use 80 to minus 23, minus 7, minus 7, minus 5, minus 3, minus 17, minus 12. And we can get the answer. Okay, so let us calculate. Okay, so should we use calculator just to make it easier? So calculator, 80 minus 23 minus 7 minus 17 minus 5 minus 7 minus 3 minus 12. So the answer is 6. So which means that there's 6 students that doesn't listen to any of the 3 music styles. Okay, so let's look at the questions here. How many listen to only rock music? So remember, only rock music, which means that only rock music here. 23. So the answer here is 23. And the next question. How many listen to classical and jazz, but not rock? Or you can say that classical and jazz only, because there's no rock. So we know the region will be classical and jazz, which is classical is here and jazz is here. So classical and jazz, but no rock. So it will be here. Classical and jazz, but no rock. So it will be 3. So there's only 3 students that likes to listen to classical and jazz, but not rock. And the next question, how many listen to classical or jazz and not rock? The same thing, it is 3. This is repeating. And the next one, how many listen to music in exactly one of the musical styles? Exactly one of the music styles, which means that it doesn't involve the others. Which means that it's something like here. 23, 12, and 17. Exactly one of the music styles only. Okay, so it will be 23 plus 17 plus 12. So it will be 23 plus 17, which is 40. 40 plus 12, which is 52. Okay, so 3 plus 7, correct? 10, 3, 4, 4, 52. Okay, correct. And the next one. Okay, exactly one. And now here is at least 2 of the musical styles. So at least 2 means what? Means that at least 2 musical style. At least 2 actually also means that 2 or 3 in this case, because there's no 4, right? So which means that it talks about the region of here. At least 2, 2, 2, and 3. Remember, this is 2, 2, 2, because it intersect 2 musical style, intersect 2 musical style, intersect 2 musical style. And the last one is 7 here, 3 musical style. So we can add it here. 7 plus 7 plus 3 plus 5. So 7 plus 7, 14. 14 plus 3, 17. 17 plus 5, which is 22. Okay. And the last one. How many did not listen to any of the musical style? Did not listen to any of the musical style. So this is saying that none of this. Then which is our 6 here. So the answer here will be 6. That's all. Okay. It's kind of easy, and I believe that the things that you need to identify is that don't be tricked to choose, don't be tricked by choosing the wrong region. You need to choose the right region. Okay, so the video will be stopping here, and The next video will be just discussing 2 more questions related to this exam type questions, and we'll do a quick revision of the whole thing. Okay, so thank you so much, welcome, and see you, and bye bye.